Hello everyone. Today we're going to make really cool but very simple text animation using Adobe Illustrator and Animate CC. So first we're going to make some 3D text effect, something like this, in Adobe Illustrator first. And then we're going to animate it in Animate CC. I'm not going to skip any step, so if you follow me step by step as I do, it should work. If it doesn't work, please leave a comment. And also, please don't forget to subscribe and set the notification for my latest video. And let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to make the 3D text effect in Illustrator. And we're gonna export it as the PNG file to Animate CC. And then by using this, we're gonna create this kind of animation in Animate CC. See? So this is what we're going to do. Okay, so first let's create the new Illustrator document. I'm gonna use a pixels unit and 600 pixel by 600 pixel and create it. Okay, then since I'm going to have a white text on black, I'm gonna draw one black rectangle, black square. So choose your rectangle tool, set your foreground color to black, and then back stroke color, the fill color in black and stroke color to nothing. And then place your mouse cursor on that corner, click, and set width and height 600 pixel by 600 pixel. Okay, so my background is done. And let me open my layers, and I'm gonna lock this layer and create a new layer on top. Okay, on this new layer, let me type art. Oh, let me set my stroke color, stroke and the type color to white so I can see it. Art, design, and life. I'm gonna change my character, my typographic choice to Arial black, and let me set my font size to 100 point. And then in my paragraph panel, I'm going to align center. And let me open my align panel. If you do not see this, it is under Windows menu and align. Align to artboard and horizontal center and vertical center. Okay, so this is perfectly centered now. So art, design, and life. Now select this. Next step is I'm going to copy this and paste in front. So they are doubled. There are two big white text. And then this top one, I'm gonna change my text color to really dark gray, this one. Okay, and then place your mouse cursor on the corner, hold down the Option and Shift, and drag it, make it smaller, like this. And then under Object menu, arrange it, send to back. So as you can see, there are two. One really dark small text behind and a huge white text on top. And now select both. Next thing is, in your toolbox, you're going to see that blend tool. Double click. In your spacing options, please choose the last option, specified distance, and set the distance to 1 pixel. Okay, nothing's happening yet, but you're choosing blend tool. And then hold down the Command key and Option and B, Command Option B. It will do this. Isn't it cool? Okay, next thing is I will need to save this as the transparent PNG file without background. So in my layers panel, let me hide my background and then go to File, Export, Save for Web as transparency ping24 file. Save it to your location. I already saved it as the text.png. Okay, so I'm gonna cancel. Okay, now next step is we're going to move on to Animate CC. So in Animate CC, let me set my width and height as a 600 pixel by 600 pixel as we did in Illustrator. Frame rate 24. Platform type really doesn't matter. Either one's fine. HTML5 or the ActionScript 3.0. Okay, because the but I'm gonna choose this and then create it. Let me double click my hand tool so I can fit my window screen, and the stage color I'm gonna change it to black. Okay, and then open the library, go to File, Import to Library. So this is the one, the text.png we just created in Illustrator. And then please download this at bg.jpg. I made a link in my description, or you can use any images, for any dark images, okay. So select both, open it into the library. So select the bg.jpg first, and I'm going to place it, just a drag and drop, and then in the properties panel, let me place it on 0 point, x and y 0. Okay, so the plan is this background image is going to be fading in from black nothing to this. So since my stage color is black, which is great, and then let me highlight the 1 second mark, which is a 24 frame number 24. Insert the keyframe by clicking this Insert Keyframe button. Now place your mouse cursor somewhere in between, anywhere, and hold down the Control key or right click and choose Create Classic Tween. Nothing's happening yet. Place your blue playhead to the very beginning and click on your image directly. In your Properties panel, you're going to see the Color Effects menu. There are a few drop-down menus, and please choose the alpha and set the alpha value down to 0 on your first keyframe. So this is happening. I'm going to name this as a BG, background. Excuse me. And let me create a new layer on top. This is going to be a layer. We're going to have that 3D text image we created and exported as a PNG file. So I'm going to rename it as text underscore 3D. Okay. Then highlight your frame number 24 on this new layer here. And then before we import that, we need to insert a keyframe first. So you will have to see this blank circle here. Open the library panel, and now please choose your text.png and drag and drop. Open Properties panel, set it to 0 by 0 point. Okay. So from here, I'm going to make this the text kind of fade in first. So highlight the 2 second mark on this new layer, insert a keyframe, place your mouse cursor somewhere in between, hold down the Control key or right click and create Classic Tween. And then highlight the first keyframe of this text layer and choose your free transform tool and make this text smaller by holding down the Shift key and drag it. Maybe about that size. Okay. And then in your properties panel, color effect, please choose the alpha and set to 0. It's gonna be something like this. Don't worry about your missing background, which is okay. Okay, and then on my first keyframe, let me highlight that. In my properties panel, I'm gonna change the ease option down to -100, so I can have a little bit more dynamic speed. Okay, so once this art design and live 3D text is fading in and getting bigger, I'm gonna make it fade out. So highlight the frame number 60 this time, insert the keyframe, place your mouse cursor somewhere in between anywhere, hold down the Control or right click and create classic tween. On frame number 60, the last keyframe, let me select my text and color effect alpha down to 0. So it's the fading in and getting bigger and fading out. That's the plan. Okay. Okay. Now, add a new layer on top. This is going to be another text layer. And then place your mouse in your playhead on 2-second mark and highlight that frame. Then insert the keyframe. So you're going to see that blank the circle on 2-second mark. And on that frame, we're going to type the same text. But we're going to use the same font and the same size. So I'm choosing Arial Black, 100 point, white text. Art, design, and life. I'm going to overlap it right on top. Okay, let me zoom in. Yep, so it looks good. So it is perfectly overlapped right on top. Maybe I need to move it just a little bit more. Nope, not this one. Okay, looks good. Okay. Then, on this top text layer, highlight the frame number 60 and insert the keyframe. Place your mouse cursor somewhere in between, hold down the Control and click and create classic tween. Okay, it's happening. And then, excuse me, on frame number 1, I mean the first keyframe of my top text layer, I'm going to select it. Let me move it to the right a little bit. Okay, that looks better. Okay, and then click on my text. I'm gonna change my alpha value down to 0. So my background, the bottom 3D text is fading out. At the same time, my white text, plain text is fading in. Okay, so watch this. Don't worry about the missing background. Okay, now I want to change my text color to yellow from here. So maybe about the let me highlight the 3-second mark on my top text layer. Insert another keyframe by clicking this keyframe button. Place your mouse cursor somewhere in between. Hold down the Control key and click and create classic tween. And then on frame number the 3-second mark, the very last keyframe, highlight your text, click on it on your stage. Now in the properties panel, in the color effect menu, you're gonna see that tint. I'm choosing yellow. See? So it turns to yellow. So you can choose any color you like. Fading in. Okay. It's like the Superman. Okay, so now let me do this. I just need to keep everything on my background. So second layer on 3-second mark, hold down the shift key and then highlight the 3-second mark on my bottom layer as well and insert the keyframe. See? Okay. Let me test the movie. Under Windows menu, Controls menu, I'm sorry. Test the movie in a browser. Okay. Yep. But as you can see that it's just kind of basically it keeps looping. So I want to keep about 3 seconds more. So let me highlight the 6-second mark, all layers. Oops. By holding down the shift key and insert the keyframe. And let me test the movie again. 1, 2, 3. And looping. Okay. Yep. So you can use this, you can save it as it is. Let me save it first as I'm gonna save it as .3D text. Okay, and then for my Instagram posting, I'm going to export as a video and media. Okay, 600 by 600 pixel. Please choose the this format H264, and then I'm gonna choose just a YouTube 720. And to that folder, 3D text folder, choose it and export. Okay, so let me check my folder. Yes, here, 3D text. Okay, that's it. Yep, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and then if you have any questions or any suggestions, please leave a comment. and thanks for watching, and see you next time.